Friends, hello! In this video I want to share with you a recipe for a very effective fertilizer that you must use if your cucumbers are not growing. There can be many reasons why cucumbers are not growing. Recently I released a full video where I talked about these reasons and how to address them. Ensure to check it out. I will leave a link to this video in the top right corner. However, the main reason is a lack of nutrition. It may even be that you have fertilized the cucumbers several times, but they still do not grow. And this indicates that the nutrition you provided to the cucumbers is in an inaccessible form for the plant. And in this instance, solely this growth stimulant produced from yeast will assist you. I will give you two recipes in this video, so watch and listen carefully. And even better, give this video a like so you don't lose it. In the first recipe for preparing this growth stimulant, we will need a container, approximately half a liter, filled with warm water. As you can see, the water temperature is such that I can hold a glass, but the water is very warm. Then we will require dry yeast. I possess a packet of 11 grams. If you happen to have a large package of dry yeast, then you will need 1 full tablespoon for your recipe. I also want to mention immediately that even old expired yeast will function for this growth stimulant. We add the ingredients to the water and mix them thoroughly. Then we add 1 tablespoon of sugar right away and mix everything thoroughly as well. Warm water and sugar are needed to activate yeast because they are fungi and they work well in warm and sweet water. I chose a small container to make it easier to dissolve these ingredients. Therefore, its size doesn't matter, but it should be at least half a liter. And now we leave it to infuse for 2 hours. It is preferable to place this glass in a warm place. For example, I put it in the greenhouse, but to prevent direct sunlight from reaching it, I cover this glass with a dark bucket. Now I'll tell you about the second recipe. It'll be suitable for those who don't have dry yeast. You'll need to use fresh yeast, or, as they're also called, live yeast. We will require a 100-gram package, unpack, break into smaller pieces, and dissolve in water. I added too much water, so all the yeast doesn't fit. I had to pour out a little water. Therefore, for this recipe, it's better to use about half a quart of water. And for this amount, we add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Let me jump ahead and say that the second recipe is more concentrated. It will provide twice as much nutrition as the first recipe. Also, make sure to mix well until the yeast is completely dissolved. Then let it sit in a warm place to steep for 2 hours. And look, after approximately 30 minutes, there is already such a vigorous effect. And as you can see, fresh yeast has a much stronger and better effect than dry yeast. This is how the process looks after 2 hours. The yeast has already fermented and can be used. And first, the first recipe. For this, we will need 5 liters of water. I took a 10-liter bucket, filled it halfway with water. But the water also needs to be warm or at outdoor temperature for the yeast to work well. There will be no effect in cold water. And we add the entire glass in which the dry yeast was diluted into these 5 liters of water. And mix well, and this is how we obtain the concentrate. To prepare the working solution that we will use to water the cucumbers, we take 10 liters of water, also warm, and add 1 liter of this concentrate. Mix with water and go fertilize the cucumbers. Prior to fertilizing, cucumbers need to be watered for at least 1 hour beforehand to give the water enough time to settle. Now, regarding the second recipe. Here we already take 10 liters of water and add a cup in which we infused fresh yeast. As I previously stated, from this yeast you obtain double the amount of concentrate. And also, to obtain a working solution from this concentrate, we take 10 liters of water and add 1 liter of this concentrate to them, and then you can go fertilize the cucumbers. But if you've watched the video up to this point, I'll reveal a secret to you that this growth stimulant can be used to water all plants in the garden, except for tomatoes. Tomatoes cannot be watered with this growth stimulant because it will lead to the effect of tomato fattening. This is the effect when the stem thickens, the leaves become large, but the blossoms fall off, and there is practically no harvest. The plant grows thick and large, but practically without a harvest, and we will only need 1 liter of the prepared solution per plant. And I fertilize with this growth stimulant, cucumbers, sweet peppers, eggplants, onions, along with zucchinis, bell peppers, pumpkins, and melons. Moreover, if this growth stimulant is employed for bushes and young trees, a total of 2 liters will be necessary for every individual plant. I provide water to roses, grapes, currants, gooseberries, currants, and other plants that I cultivate in my garden using this effective growth stimulant. And one more important rule. The solution is stored for a duration of only 1 day after preparation. This growth stimulant is utilized solely at the commencement of plant vegetation to provide them with strength for vigorous growth. However, following the initial feeding, you have the option to replicate the identical feeding with the exact proportions 1 week later. It is completely safe, and you will already see the effect on the cucumbers the next day. Their leaves will increase, they will grow significantly, and they will look greener and better. Friends, if the information from this video was helpful, be sure to give it a like. If you have any questions left, feel free to ask them in the comments. I wish you bountiful harvests and a great day. See you in the next video. Take care.